again, and the reason is there's a lot of products where it's just easier to buy on Amazon and cheaper to buy on Amazon than anywhere else, and you get it for free 2-day shipping.
I know.
It's fabulous. I probably bought 90% of my Christmas through there. And
is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting if you go back to our day when we would order something through the mail, it would allow 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
6 to 8 weeks. Now you get it tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
And when I go online, the first thing I do is I check Prime to make sure that it's going to get there in a reasonable time, because if you don't click Prime, you could get something for China and you may not see it for 2 months.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing is about Amazon is, according to Kim Commando, I'm going by her, by Thanksgiving this year, Amazon will start delivering with drones.
That is cool.
Somewhere. I don't know if it'll be everywhere.
I think that's happening. I think that's going to happen. Have you ever seen the video on how they're going to do it?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've seen.
Fascinating.
It's a different like Google has a different drone than Amazon, and Amazon has a different drone than Domino's. Right. They all have a different drone, yeah.
But everybody's going to have one of these mats where they'll just throw them out in their front yard, and the drone will land on that mat. I think it's going to be really incredible.
Oh, that's interesting.
And you can get an air. They call it the Air Prime. So for $1 more, you could get it within like 3 hours.
That's what I heard, in the same day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So instead of next day delivery, it's today.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's within a set time frame, so that you can stand there and make sure that the drone makes it and stuff like that.
Well, the interesting thing when you hear the list of things that were top sellers, most of them could be delivered by a drone. Then, in other words, they're small enough. Yeah. And most of them are small things. Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
so they have to. It's the weight too, but I think that's coming. I think it's kind of incredible.
Were you listening earlier when we were talking about the chewing tobacco story?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. Well, I want to touch that, but second. I want to do that second. First, what I want to do, before you even tell us about the blood supply, is this story. Several blood banks, this is from the Florida News Network, several blood banks across the state, that would be of Florida, are ready to face the Zika virus if and when the mosquito-borne disease emerges in Florida and the surrounding southeastern states. This would include, of course, LifeSouth. It says here that I want to skip some of the stuff just because of the interest of time. Once the Food and Drug Administration approves the blood banks to implement the Zika test, officials say they will begin testing a certain percentage of the inventory and have blood that has tested negative for Zika available for hospitals to use for their high-risk patients, which include pregnant women, women of childbearing age, and immune-compromised patients. So those, I guess you would test some of them. Am I understanding this right? Some of it will be tested, and then, but not all of it?
So the way it works, yeah, thank you. That's pretty close to how it's going to work. But what happens is, in each area that we're in, there's zones. And so if a zone tests positive for whether West Nile or Zika, then what we do is we turn on the test for that entire area. So, for example, let's say that the Zika virus just shows up in Marion County. Okay, so the Marion County is in a certain zone that includes just about all of Central Florida. And so that entire zone of donors would get turned on, and that's where it would come from. And every donor in that area would be tested.
So there's nothing in the processing.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I just yelled at somebody I saw.
Okay.
I get distracted too, Larry.
No, I get worried about you.
In front of a big window.
I get worried about you. You're in traffic, and every little noise, I worry. Okay.
I'm at a stoplight.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine. Okay, go ahead.
Well, anyway, so the one question I think I have for sure, and I'm sure other people must have, is so in other words, a virus, not necessarily the Zika virus, but any virus, can survive the blood process.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And whether it's hepatitis, whether it's HIV, that's why we do such extensive testing. Now, there is something coming out, and it's called pathogen reduction. And so what this new method is going to do is you're going to basically, for lack of a better term, in layman's term, you're going to be able to zap a platelet or a red cell or even a plasma, and you're going to be able to remove a lot of these pathogen-borne viruses, which are the biggest threat to the blood supply. So,
Oh, really? Oh, that's good.
That's coming. We're actually. I did some training on it last week. Got more training on it this week, and bringing in some of our hospital partners so that they can see it. And so that's the next big thing that's coming. And the issue with it is it's just very, very expensive. The testing itself is very, very expensive, and the process is expensive. And the Zika test, we're not even sure how much it's going to cost. So you can imagine that's a big problem.
So it says
but it's a concern because they actually shut down the blood center in Puerto Rico because of Zika.
Is that right?
Wow. FDA said, all the blood that's now in Puerto Rico is imported from the upper
Oh, wow. Really? It says here, additional proactive steps include enacting additional donor deferral guidelines and updating the donor history questionnaire. So, so we'll have a different.
That's basically a travel. That's a travel deferral. So if you go to any country with the Zika virus, you are deferred. I think it's 30 days.
So Puerto Rico might be on the list.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is on the list.
Oh, okay.
Every place I went to on my cruise is on the list.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no.
And Zika's been around for 50 years. Zika is not a new virus. It's just one of those that's really starting to catch traction and emerging. Kind of like Ebola, except, Ebola is much faster acting. So Zika can stay in your body dormant for a while, we believe, and that's when it can pop up with these, problems with childbirths and child things like that.
I know Florida had some Zika cases already.
Yeah, we've had some. Yeah.
They do, but they're from people who traveled from South and Central America and the Caribbean.
Okay.
So they don't have a Zika virus that started in the United States. And the way it will work, I've talked to a couple of people about this, and most experts believe that because of the path, you have to follow the path of the mosquito for this disease, right? That's just the way it is. So it'll come up through Mexico, through Texas and California, and then it'll slowly come across the state through, Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama, and then to Florida, all through the lower part. But it'll take a while to get here, and we believe that's how the migration of that mosquito. Because not every mosquito carries Zika.
So we need more bats. Bats eat mosquitoes.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
We need more bats.
And again, it's a fairly new virus as far as we're aware, even though it's been around a long time. So we're really going to start getting some traction. I heard the press secretary spending a lot of time on this and urging Congress to pass these measures, which I think is a great idea. But we don't know a lot about how it will spread. But what will end up happening is the number one way it will be spread will be through sexual interaction.
I'll never get it.
Just like, me either. But
that was funnier than my line. His line was funnier than my line.
That was pretty good. Yeah. So, but that will become the issue. It will become a sexually transmitted disease. That's the concern. That's the concern.
All right. Let's find out about the blood supply, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do the other two, which is kind of fun things.
Yeah.
How is the blood supply right now?
We're okay. We have just over a 4-day blood supply, so we're gaining ground, and we need to, between now and really, June 1, we really have to stock up. I know it sounds weird, but we have to get to about a 7 to maybe even an 8-day blood supply before the middle of June, because then our blood donations drop off pretty dramatically. So just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood, and it saves a life. And we don't know what's coming with Zika, so we really need to plan ahead as much as possible, just like we don't know what's coming with any virus or any accidents that are out there. You don't know what's coming tomorrow.
That's
All
it.
you can do is prepare.
And that's the important reason why Galen does this, is so that we all know that, oh my gosh, you can't sit back. If you're eligible to donate blood and if you've done it before, then it's a no-brainer. If you've never done it, and the only reason you haven't done it is that you're nervous, you're unsure, then find out what you need to know to undo that. And trust me, you'll be nervous right up until you do it, and you'll be nervous for the first few times you do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away right away, but then eventually it becomes easy. Thank the folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden for making this announcement possible. Penn Flooring provides quality customer service and beautiful flooring here in Ocala. They've been doing this for over a quarter of a century. The showroom for Penn Flooring is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge. Thank the folks at Penn Flooring for sponsoring Galen, Unold, and LifeSouth. And also the folks at Palm Garden. They have a beautiful facility where they can take care of you or a loved one. If it's something you need regarding rehabilitation services, maybe some respite care for the caregiver in your family. Maybe somebody's had a heart procedure done and you need some rehab for that. Go visit Palm Garden and tell them you heard about them on WOCA, and thank them for sponsoring LifeSouth and Galen Unold. We'll take a break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Not much more than a stray shower near the coast today. Otherwise, it's going to be partly sunny with a warm breeze and high of 80 to 85. Clear tonight, a low of 55 to 62. Sunshine tomorrow with a high of 82 to 87. And it is going to stay sunny Saturday, although it's a little cooler, high of 74 to 79. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner, and Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
20 minutes after 8 o'clock. Nice looking Thursday out there. By the way, don't forget we have a special 1 hour Veterans News today from 9 till 10. And Hank Whittier, the executive director for Vets Helping Vets, has invited Marion County Sheriff Chris Blair to be in the studio this morning. So be sure to tune into that. It'll be fun because it's the first show since they did the boxing tournament last Friday, which was really a lot of fun to watch. Galen, there was a story this morning. And Tom Schmitz came in here to give his 2 cents on this about the banning in New York City of chewing tobacco at the major league ballparks. And I guess the way the story reads, I guess they're not the first one to do this. So it seems like a trend, and it seems like, I don't know, is it reasonable? What do you think?
It is, and what they're, Fenway Park did this. This is one of the latest trends that's going on across really the country. And it's really being led by some former Major League Baseball players who are battling cancer and actually have died of cancer. And so this is a big issue that the sport is facing. I knew growing up that there are a lot of people who played baseball and you dipped. That was just what you did.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to stop. So what they're going to do, the way I understand is they're going to write a citation or a warning, and then kind of build it up from there. But it's going to be very, very difficult to enforce. It's actually illegal in minor league baseball, and because Major League Baseball is the strongest union of all the sports, they could not. The owners / stadium groups couldn't just say, okay, you're not allowed to dip anymore on the field, because the union wouldn't allow that. So what they did, and they're very, very smart about this, they said, okay, fine, we're going to ban it in minor league baseball because those minor league players do not belong to the Major League Baseball union. And so it'll slowly grow out of the game. It's going to take a long time. They do not allow managers and non-baseball players to actually dip. And if they get fined pretty hefty, if it's seen like on TV, or, if they're seen, having a dip or chewing during a game, they get a pretty hefty fine.
Yeah, it is interesting how our habits have to follow us into our workplace, and that's their workplace. I mean, you think how many hours are actually spent on the baseball field?
You mean during the day?
During the game, one game.
4 hours,
Okay.
3.5 hours.
Okay, so if you think
But you got the 2 hours before that, you've got the 2 hours after that. They're there for about 8 hours.
Okay, well, and that's
during the course of the day.
Okay, so that's a work day, 8 hours. Most of us have to. If you're a smoker, most of us have to say, okay, you can't smoke at work.
Absolutely.
You kind of live with that. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they give you breaks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, and again, it's a stressful job and all of those things. I get it, but it's a habit. And so, when I was in the military, in 88 to 92, that's when the military said, you know what, we're going to ban smoking. You're not allowed to, you couldn't smoke in boot camp. You couldn't smoke on any military installation. And even on my ship, while I was there, they actually turned it off. And so you could only smoke in one location. And it was really frowned upon. And that's how they removed smoking from, the military, because it's just not healthy. And
right.
There's a million reasons why you shouldn't smoke. And there are now employees and employers, I should say, that actually test to see if you're a smoker. And they now have a right not to hire you because you're at increased risk for your medical insurance is going to be more expensive. So
Wow.
several that are doing that now that I've heard of. So.
All right, you want to find out what the top selling things are on Amazon right now?
Yes,
As
I
of
do.
4:30 this morning,
do it.
Yes, I do.
4:30,
Well, it's
4:37.
going to be something really silly, but yeah.
And I wasn't looking for that. I just thought it'd be interesting to see the top selling books right now, and it wasn't books. I said, no way.
No, it's not.
It's not. All right, so I went down to number 22. That's what I when I copied and pasted. So number 22 is an umbrella. It sells for $12.99, and the image on the top of the umbrella is somebody giving the finger.
Oh my. Oh my, that's a novelty for sure.
That's it.
Again, that's something that you wouldn't buy in a store because you feel uncomfortable, but I guess you feel comfortable enough for it to be shipped to your house.
That was number
I don't know.
22, $12.99. Yeah, right. Number 21 was a backseat organizer intended for children, keeping the back seat tidy for snacks, tools, tissues, dog treats, etc. And it looks cute. It sells for $7.23.
Oh, there you go.
Looks nice, huh?
Yeah, it looks real nice.
$7.23. Number 20 is the Lorac Pink Champagne Palette, which you can get only on Amazon. What is that, Robin?
Oh, Lorac. Is that like a Dr. Seuss character? Lorax?
I thought it was makeup. Got this. Okay, here's the review. Got this palette a day early. It's perfect for travel. You can use all the shades as eyeshadow and some of them as blush. There you go.
Oh, there you go. It's makeup. Good for you.
$19 for that one. Number 9.
Lorac. I think Dr. Seuss. Lorac.
Oh, Lorax. Okay.
Right. Number 19 of the top selling things on Amazon at 4:30 this morning, 4:37. This cleansing oil by DHC, basically a makeup remover, face wash, and moisturizer all in one, $23.39. Yes, there you go. Face
Yeah.
cream.
There you
I
go.
don't know anything about it.
Me either.
I
Just thought I'd
I don't
find.
have any of those
Noxzema
problems.
works good. It's cheaper.
Number 18, a set of Fujifilm Instax Mini 8 camera and photo accessories.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Mini 8.
What is that? $33.99.
Mini 8, is that like an 8mm movie camera?
The camera is not included. Also different colored filter lenses and a selfie lens cover. This kit also includes multiple different scrapbook type supplies and different ways to frame your pictures that you take with your Fuji Instax camera.
Okay.
I don't know. Sounds like something old-fashioned to me.
Yeah.
Number 17, reusable adhesive silicone nipple covers. That
Those are important.
perfect for wearing under a backless dress. $25. Robin, why do we need this?
We don't need that.
Okay.
We just need something that props up the breasts, and you don't really want to cover the nipples because you want the nipples to, go through the fabric. You want that little indentation.
I think Galen and I agree. We agree, right, Galen?
Yeah, you don't need to cover that.
Yeah, I don't know how I should comment on that.
But people are buying this, Robin. They must not want to do that. They must want to have it smooth.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay. I'm pretty sure my wife's not going to go out with her.
Yeah, but you can't be sagging.
And if I had a daughter, that certainly would.
Yeah, right.
I'm in way over my head at this point.
But you can't be sagging. You have to have something that pushes up the breast.
I mean, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense. I don't want to offend anybody. That sagging's okay. I'm just going to punt on this.
Bee-Wick Hemp Wick. $6.99. It's best used for lighting your tobacco products, but can theoretically also work as a candlestick. Or candle wick, rather.
Okay.
Candle wick.
There you go.
Made of hemp. $6.99. Number 15 is the George Washington wig for $9.95. The George Washington wig.
Come with powder.
Why is that so popular?
Is that the new thing now?
I don't know. It shows a kid wearing a wig.
It's probably because of the play Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, TJ and Charity wanted to go see that up in New York, but they wanted like $500 a ticket, so they're going to wait till the touring company comes.
Here's a book, an actual book on an Amazon list. $17.67. The book is called Cravings. It's by Chrissy Teigen. It's a cookbook.
Okay.
A healthy cookbook.
People like cookbooks.
Oops. Hold on, I gotta.
They make good gifts.
There is I will tell you, if you're anybody driving on I-75 north.
What now?
So
if anybody's driving
on I-75
going on
I-75 north, accident, car flipped over.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
Just past the 326 exit.
Oh my.
I always worry about you and Alex. You both drive that road every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm behind a Canadian, Larry. So it's gonna be fine. They're not going fast enough to do anything. And I'm not really moving, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I got to go through these real quick. A GoPro for $199.99. Beard shampoo. Why do we need beard shampoo?
Use a new GoPro. I could use a new GoPro.
$37 for beard shampoo.
Well, you need to keep your beard clean. They're kind of scraggly and scratchy.
It's a beer oil. Is it the beer oil or is it the shampoo?
It's both. It's beard shampoo and
oil.
Oh gosh, there was two things on it.
At my barber shop, they put some on my. I'm like, oh, that stuff's great.
Beard rinse, beard wash, and beard rinse. Yeah. All right, we got 15 seconds.
So
I can't do the whole list. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Well, what was number one?
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Number one was the very creepy but very sciencey cup of caterpillars that turns into butterflies. 1649.
All right. There you go.
Wow.
That was number one.
Bloodmobile is at the Department of Revenue today, so
make some money.
Glad to be there
you go.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
Didn't have time to do that.
Bleed money and
now I'm late
bleed
for the news.
blood.
All right, Gail, will you be careful out there? And everybody driving north, Galen just told us that it sounds like there's going to be a traffic jam south of 326, and just pray for whoever was in that car.
Too.
Yeah,
it's going to be a while.
All right, Gail, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, you guys.
All right, bye. We'll be right back.
The war in Iraq, well, she says he's not well prepared on the issues. A victory for those who are anti-abortion.
Louisiana's State House of Representatives votes overwhelmingly to require women seeking to terminate a pregnancy to wait 72 hours after an ultrasound. The bill now heads to the state Senate. The proposed law makes an exception for women living more than 150 miles from a clinic. They would wait only 24 hours.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wildfire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadapted.org.
Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Hello, Ocala. RL here to tell you we love you. For 43 years, you have patronized Silver Springs Dairy Queen and other Dairy Queens in Marion County. You've been a blessing to my family and our employees. So come on down to Dairy Queen and try our new line of tasty baked sandwiches, snacks, and dessert treats. They're scrumptious. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to the